want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Vivi Omi update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dachi. Hello, Dachi. How's it going? And also, everyone, before we get started, check out Star Helix, Kyle Willson, and Veve Vault on YouTube, and check out at EQ_crypto, at Not Star Helix, and at Hey David Dunn on the Twitter. So, this morning, for those of you that were not up at 4 a.m. this morning, Dan Chaubel released an interview. That interview happened to be with Gary V. And thank you, MLB. It is my and it's dual-sided too. It's got Sam on this side and it's got Dean on this side. Supernatural. Anyway, he released an interview mostly about Gary V's new book, which is great. That will get him on the New York Times bestseller list. Not Dan Chaubel. Dan Chaubel was already on the New York Times bestseller list. Gary V, how he did that was he said, hey, everyone that buys like 10 copies of my book will get this free Gary V NFT. So they did, and it was great. It was really cool to see just that amazing type of capitalism in great form. Anyway, after a couple of questions, he asked like, hey, what, you're so big into you're so early on these spaces. What do you think about NFTs? And he's like, okay, well, I like the CryptoPunks. And I was like, well, what about Disney NFTs? And I'll go watch that other video, but basically he said, Gary says like, well, yeah, those are good right now, but then he says like, what if the community just decides that one day those aren't the best NFTs, those aren't the first, and they go somewhere else with like Solana, or they go on another chain. And I understand where he's coming from, and I made this argument before in the video, so it's a condensed version, that the first edition PSA 10, that first edition Charizard that everybody knows and loves, that's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, that is not the first Charizard. That is not the first Charizard ever made. People call it the rookie Charizard. People call it like the first one ever, but it's not. There was a Japanese one beforehand. There was an embossed one. There was a glossy one. There was a Topps. There was like 3 to 5 different Charizards, maybe even 6 before that one. That just happens to be the one from Wizards of the Coast. It's the most known. So I understand what Gary V's saying, but Disney chose Vivi. Disney, it's not like they didn't have any, like nobody was knocking down the door, and it's not like nobody was inside for miles. Oh, thank God, somebody's creating NFTs. Yes, let's do it. No, Disney had offers from everyone. But how do you get Disney? Most likely with other licenses, like Pokemon. Most likely with other licenses, like Nintendo, Ninja Turtles, like everything that's on my arm, most likely they had. So anyway, I digress. Gary, I think why he went and said that is for either one of two reasons. Because back in April, he had said that he was having a meeting with the Vivi fam, like the whole Vivi people, and when that went down, he kind of just shut up right afterwards. Like, he did not mention Vivi. Like, the only time he would mention Vivi was when so many people, myself included, would ask him on Twitter, hey, Vivi, you had meetings with them. And he just said, listen, I think they're nice guys. I don't really know all about them, though. And he even said that in a follow-up video today. But I think one of two things happened. Conspiracy theory Chavez here, my Dean Supernatural apron. I think either they have a deal worked out, and Gary V signed a non-disclosure agreement, or that because Gary V, he charges like $1 million per, like, not per shout out, but yeah, it's like to partner with him and to have him promote your stuff. He charges $1 million. So I think when it came down to that, Akomi's like, do we really need to give him $1 million? Like, we're doing really fine without him. They probably just, hold in their corner and it's like, yeah, like we already have like 10 times as many people as we thought we would. I think 20 at this point. 20 times as many people as we thought we would at this point. We don't need him. We don't need this $1 million. Can be better spent elsewhere. And then they parted ways. They didn't take the deal. And then Gary may or may not be salty. But he did put another video out. And let's see where this other video is. I retweeted it just recently. I retweeted a bunch of things just recently. And everybody seems really open to the ideas.
Everybody. Just making this quick video because I saw my interview with Dan. Dan, thanks for the interview.
Dan Chavez was talking about.
Just commentary on Vivi, like, just so there's no confusion.
And this has almost 60,000 views right now of him. Basically, it's 2 minutes of him saying that he likes Vivi. No disrespect for Vivi family. He wants Vivi to win. He's rooting for the space to grow. I think it'll grow anyway. So yeah, 60,000 views talking specifically about Vivi less than 4 hours ago. This is why the title of this video. This is why I think Vivi's about to skyrocket. Not everybody that follows Gary Vee is all into Vivi. Probably not everybody knows about it. Maybe they might have heard about it back in April when he tweeted about it and like, oh, okay. Yeah, and then he never mentioned it again, so maybe that's why. If anything, they might be annoyed with our community. We're always spamming them, hey, what about Vivi? What about Vivi? And like, oh, I've heard enough about this Vivi. Can you guys shut up already? So maybe his followers might be a little annoyed at that reason, but... Oh, actually... Today at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, David Yu is talking. He's talking about 2 hours. So I'll end this in about 2 hours, in 114 minutes. David Yu is talking Real Talk office hours. So I'll end this in 2 hours. I'll go to the gym. It'll be great. This will be fun. This is a really good timing. So, where was I? As far as Earth 2, I'll get back to Vivi in a second. Earth 2 news, Nathaniel, was it Nathaniel or was it Wolfgang? I forget who just walked away. Let's see what I put here. Nope, I'm going to reset that. And nope, going to reset that. Why is my, it's not showing up. Basically what I'll say is that one of the developers had walked away. And why? Because I think that Earth 2 had purchased the drone video game, and they're taking a different direction. They're just going to use those employees and give everybody else a break. Oh yeah, so Bill's got that. And I'll get back to that in a second. So the idea behind Earth 2, why I'm still very bullish, and why I have not sold any tiles in Chaveztopia, link down below, referral code down below, link to the game down below, is because I think that could actually rival Omi as far as growth, because again, their crypto's not out yet. So those of you that don't know, Komi's already like 200x from here, so or 200x from its ICO. So we've gone up a lot, and the Earth 2 crypto has not even started yet. I digress. Moving on. Why I think a Komi or a Vivi is about to moon is because you just have Gary Vee, 60,000 views in the last 4 hours, doing nonstop talking about Vivi. Nonstop, just praising them. You had that interview this morning with Dan Chavez, and again, that's the other thing. You have people that are verified on Twitter, and it's not like, oh, how'd you get verified? You have like 7,000 people following. No, they have Peter Schenkman, Jeremiah Aoyang, Dan Chavez, guys with hundreds of thousands of followers, mention Vivi relatively consistently, like pretty often. At least, you know, not maybe as much as me, but really often. That, and on one of Cavell's statuses, we see, and you see in the thumbnail, Chris Bunnymaker, who's like one of the, he was a World Series of Poker champion, and back in the day, like early 2000s, everybody and their sister was playing poker. So one of the greats, one of the people that has that's I assume made the final table multiple times, but again has a World Series of Poker championship belt underneath him, is talking about Vivi. Say like, hey, can I see your page? Hey, so he's in this. So like, and he's somebody that I imagine continues. Like, I don't think he just lost his money. Like, you don't just lose that poker skill. I imagine he's accrued more wealth. That's somebody that probably has tens of millions of dollars that could just go in and be like, sees all the prices right now, sees everything at a discount. It's like, people like him are having a heckin' field day, in my opinion. Now, again, that's not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but that's just my opinion. So I'm going to get into comments real quick. So yeah, I think people like that are just going to absolutely clean up. Frank Sabaka says, I just need 2 more days of FUD so my USDT can clear on Coinbase to buy more OMI. Get it. Wes says, loving the title. Well, thank you. Vladimir Columbus says, dang it, Randy. I'm supposed to study for my test, but your title got my juices flowing, so now I have to watch. You could just listen. Have one earbud in one ear of someone reading you whatever you're studying for, and then me in the other ear whispering sweet nothings. So ML says, "I'm a Chris Moneymaker." I know, right? Haven't heard his name in years. He's verified on Twitter, and he still definitely has a lot of fans. Once I saw him, I was like, oh. So I became a fan real quick. Became a fan real quick of him. I'm going to try to eat this banana nut muffin top because I have to go to the gym after this. I don't even know if this is going to be good. It's probably not going to be good. Is it just banana nut muffin? Oh, it's a chocolate. So maybe there's chocolate chips in here? Oh, mother fudger. This is in fact not good. I do not recommend. Actually, the aftertaste is pretty good. Lynn X says, I love how a Comey community made Gary make the video about Vivi on his Twitter. Oh, me to the moon. Renzi says, blue check goes paired well with a, oh, I agree. That international sign of the donut. No, I know, it told me. Koja H. Punked, give me hearts. Thank you so much. My Select says, what the F Wolfgang leaves Earth 2? Yeah. So Wolfgang decided to go and bounce. I think it's because Earth 2 bought Drone, and there's like, Wolfgang's like, all right, I'm out. Again, a lot of these developers have been working tirelessly for a long time. I think they just need a break. He might come back at some point, but yeah. Again, still very bullish. All Chat Gaming. MLB says, Chris Moneymaker, wow, big fan of his early poker career. Same. What's up, Jake? How's it going? Just says Randy. About to be the Peruvian Dan Bilzerian. Maybe. It depends on, well, I don't know. I guess it depends on a lot of things. Depends on when we get exchanges. You know, I am literally nothing until Omi Moons. I'm just this wacko guy that put all of his savings into one altcoin, which may or may not have worked out. No, I 100% believe that we're going to work out. I 100% believe that we're going to the moon. That we'll get $1 by like 2025, if not sooner. But not everybody sees that yet. It takes a while. It takes a while for some people to come around to the idea because, oh, you're not. Let's get to a penny first. Like, okay, we're going way past there next year. But we'll see. Insane says, yeah. LNX says, isn't Dan Bilzerian in huge debt? Well, I hope not to be him. Just says that LNX, I thought he sold CBD now. I doubt it. Oh, if he does, well, it's a pretty lucrative business. He says, LOL, Dan, he will never be poor. The wealthiest people have massive debt. That is true. Why? Because a lot of people, hang on. A lot of people, what they do is they have a certain amount of money. They take out a large piece of debt to offset the taxes because that debt sits on your account and it offsets the gains that you made that year. So you use that debt and you go and you buy more assets. You go and buy more investments, whatever. And then what happens? And then you make a lot more money. You borrow more money. So yeah, that happens. So you don't have to pay taxes. Good old days when poker was king. Oh, the good old days. Oh my God, the mid 2000s. Poker was everywhere. I cleaned up. Arya Realty Investments is actually much better at poker than I am. I actually am about okay now. I'm like the world's okayest poker player. These are chocolate chips in here. It says on the outside, chocolate banana nut muffin, but it really is chocolatey. MREs for the win. Yes, that is my diet now. Hetman says, E2 doesn't look good. Sorry, call it as I see it. They will get left behind. Great concept, no execution. I think they're doing a lot behind the scenes that we don't see right now. Again, if I wanted to sell my account, I could sell my account, make a fudge ton of money, and put it into Owen, but I won't. Again, I've sold everything else. I have not sold Earth 2. I could very easily. I'm the real Randy Chavez, king of the South, king of Antarctica in that. So, yeah, no, I think that would be unwise to do that. I think Earth 2 has a lot of potential. I actually still invest every week, whether it's Tiles and Chavez-topia. Jewels I haven't bought in a little while because they like 4x recently, so. But good at me for buying it like 7 cents. MLB's a nice apron, why thank you. Whitey boys, my man Randy, what's going on? I think the owners of the house have the heat on. It is quite toasty in here. Dozen says, this man has been cooking Dashi breakfast. I needed to. Dashi deserved a good meal. Dashi protected the house last night. Evans Cameron says, what up? Hey, Randy. Hi, fam. John Robert Yellen says, hey, Randy, good to see you. Good to see all of you. I love you guys. Wave select, give me that O. Super Duper Hank says, "What's up, Randy? How's it going?" Linux the Vivi tweet. Yeah, they just tweeted about I think David, and then come on now. I got a buddy of mine giving me a call. I can't answer right now, so I will put that down and answer that $5 super chat. Vladimir Columbus says, "Randy, Gary V just made another video saying he's rooting for Vivi. Kyle Willson and Cavell just released it." I think that's the video I already retweeted, but I'll go and do a check as soon as a buddy of mine decides to stop calling. Okay, there we go. The tweeters. Let's go to the Gary V. Oh God, my hiccups.
Just want to make another video.
Oh, another one.
Lots of clarifications on what I'm seeing out there. I really genuinely think I'm the number one person not to follow for 99% of the Twitter and Discord community on NFTs, because I'm doing two very, very, very different things than most people. Number one, 99% of what I'm doing, I'm buying with the thought of what will be the value of these things as a collector and investor. What will be the value of these things as an investor after the NFT winter? So not this week, but in 24, 36, or 48 months, which is extremely different than 99%, which are day trading and minting and flipping. And I love it. I love flipping, trading cards, garage sales, listing on eBay. I love flipping arbitrage, but I shouldn't be someone that you follow, because I'm not worried if something goes up, down. You look at brain vomits, right, from Stephen Ray, like they minted, they went down hard, everyone was sad, then they went up hard, and was, my behavior is not the one to follow, because you can look at my wallets, Gennady and Gary V, I don't sell. And if you're one that buys and sells, I'm not the right guy. Number two, I'm playing very much within my means. I'm okay with every NFT I own in my wallet going to zero. I'm still going to be able to have a roof and have food. Way too many people, which I want to stop completely if I could, but I don't have any say, are playing with money they can't afford to lose. So again, I'm playing this is all of this. Apes, punks, V-Friends, all of this is massively high risk. So I'm playing with the mentality of I could lose all of this. And a lot of people aren't, and they're playing with money they need, which in the macro, I think is something that needs to be rethought. But definitely another reason why I'm the last person anybody should be buying projects that I'm buying because I believe in a project. I believe in a project from a 36 to 48 months, high risk, higher reward strategy. That is the furthest thing from what most people are doing right now in our space. And so I just want to declare, I am the worst person, the single worst person to follow.
Okay, there we go. I don't know if I agree with that 100%. Hi, Wendy. So, thank you, Vladimir Columbus, for that super chat for me, bringing that. And to his credit, I kind of agree. Now, here's the thing. A lot of y'all see me, and I've told the story multiple times, where I got out of the military and I had less than $3,000 to my name. That is something a lot of people can identify with. Oh, hey, I have that. Or, hey, actually, I have more than that. Whatever it is. And then I got where I am today because I went all in on things. And most of the time it worked out. The only time it really didn't is in 2020. Pandemic hit. A lot of the business owners I gave money to were being forced not to work. They couldn't pay me back. Lost over 100 grand. Anyway, that being said, or having said that, I did get to where I am by going all in on things, by working 80 to 90 hours a week. And yeah, I was also okay with things going to zero because, well, I never had much money to begin with. So if I lose everything, it wasn't a big deal. And I was living next to a boiler room, and life was not good. I was not living in a 2-bedroom apartment that I could lose. I didn't have anything to lose. So what I did though was I ate nothing but Taco Bell. I ate like crap, and I did that because I knew that if I could make enough money, I could help animals, like a lot. And it didn't matter if I died at 80 or I died at 65. So I took many years off the back end of my life by doing that. So I do agree with what he's saying. This is not for everyone. Do not do what I did, probably ever, but especially if you have kids or if you want a life, do not do what I did. I'm fine now. You guys see like the finished product, but this was not always like this. It was a big struggle, and it ruined all of my relationships, and it was so I understand what he's saying. Where don't follow me on this, because most people do not do what I did. And again, right now, Omi goes to 0. Akomi explodes. I have 2 Pokemon cards worth less than $4,000, and I still have Earth 2, but that's it. I go back to square one, where I just so. That being said, I wouldn't do this unless I knew this was going to be huge. And does anyone know without a crystal ball? No, but I've done riskier investments, I believe, and I believe mostly this will be. I think I'd be stupid to not do this because I'm still young. So again, just I digress. And Asaya says, Gary knows about it. He's afraid. Thanks for making me laugh. Yeah, that's the thing. Like when you get to Gary's level, or when you get to a level where you have millions or tens of millions of dollars, you can't go all in anymore. Like you just can't. I mean, you could, but you got to save. You got that part you have to save. You have to save that for, So yeah, I believe mostly that this is very, very good. And I actually was just talking with a buddy of mine. I won't say who. That was just like, hey, listen, I don't know if I can deal with all this. They were saying, I don't know. Like, I think it would be easier if I just go back to not doing this. Talking about content creation. I was like, listen, now you're part of the community, whether you like it or not. It's like when who is Aragon talking to? Rohan. Who was king of Rohan? Theoden. Theoden is king of Rohan. And he says, I will not risk open war. And then Aragon says, open war is upon you, whether you would risk it or not. I go to my friend and I say, listen, you're part of this community now, and people love you, and people have, you're going to get some hate. That's with everyone. But I have no issue going to this person and saying that they are, one, they're loved and they're needed, because everyone, not everybody likes me. Not everybody likes Cavell Anderson. Not everybody likes Foster. We're right for some people, but not everybody has all the subscribers. Maybe like Taps, but not everybody has all of the love. We fill out a need. Like people, however small or big the content creator is, some people only watch us. I am somebody's favorite. Foster's somebody's favorite. The Omi homies, Wendy, everyone, somebody is someone's favorite content creator. Whether it's Rebel Duck, Niall Ballantyne, Kyle Willson, Star Helix, Veve Vault, these guys. So, I forget where I was going with this. But, so this is about to grow very, very big. Again, I just spent the first 10 minutes saying why it was going to grow very, very big. And I think so because of all those reasons. And we're going to need a lot more content creators in the future. I don't think there's enough to go around. Because, again, we each have unique opinions on everything. So, where was I before that? I was down over here. Dan was on Twitter Space just a few minutes ago and spoke about it. Oh, I wonder what he said. Let me know what he said. And then we got Asaya with a $5 super chat. If Omi hits $2 next year and converted and staked 200 million USDT, you have 2 million every month. Well, even though the math is correct, they won't allow staking in that way. Like, you wouldn't be able to get more Omi. Although they did that with Energy. Energy, if you stake Omi on their site, you actually get NRG tokens. I don't know how much, if they had, I think they have a cap of how much they would give you. So I guess other things would do that. They'd say, hey, stake Omi, and you can go and you can get, whatever it is. You can get energy tokens, or you can get some other tokens. But yeah, you're right. You're absolutely correct. So if Omi could hit $1 next year, we don't know. It's very possible. But $2 might be a little much. I even think $1 is too much. But again, nothing's outside the realm of possibility. We've seen crazier things. And David Sakali with that with that big super chat. Thank you very much. I don't know what HUF is, what currency that's in, but all the support is 100% appreciated. I love you guys. Y'all are my bays. I'm gonna get back to some comments that was going on up here. Where was I? Hey Randy and Dashy, nice apron. Why, thank you. I got this at DesignerCon. Wave Select says 5 million. Oh, Wave Select, did you have 5 million on me? That'd be great. Omar says, Dan was on Twitter. Oh, just read that. Omar says he mentioned he will be back on the space. Ooh. Mr. A says, who's Chris Bunnymaker? Oh my god, that is like one of the greatest poker players of the early 2000s, mid 2000s as well. He beat out Sammy Farha. Sammy Farha was one of my favorite poker players, but I digress. Maybe he's in it too. But either way, I posted that because somehow Cavell Anderson knows Chris Moneymaker, and Chris Moneymaker's like, hey, I'd love to see your page. And so Chris Moneymaker's in Vivi. So poker players, at least one of them, at least a big one, at least a World Series of Poker champion, former anyway, is here in space. This is great. Where was I? Right here. Okay. All right, we are going to go and finally, oh, there we go. You heard my voice. I'm going to give myself a like. That'd be great if everybody else could too. That'd be super fantastic. And we got Asaya with a $2 who says, Gary wishes Vivi was his idea. If you were here before, I had pretty much said, thank you for that super chat again, Asaya, taking care of me today, that it's possible that Comey turned Gary V down when Gary V said, hey, by the way, $1 million and I'll help promote you. And Comey's like, we have more people than we know what to do with already. And now, God, they have $1 million. Again, Disney chose Vivi. Disney didn't choose Recur, didn't choose Dapper, didn't choose Quid, Terra Virtua. It's not like Disney didn't have options. It's not like I can't say that. They're not like the ugly brown man at the end of the bar that has no options. No, Vivi is the Captain America. Vivi is the Chris Evans. Companies throwing themselves at them. Disney chose, and it chose Vivi, and that means something. I don't know, like, that matters. I don't know if I can really portray how important that is. Every other company chose Vivi, but so did Disney, and up until Pokemon or Nintendo or Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter comes out, Disney so far is the biggest fandom. That is the most important one up until the next one. And I feel bad for the next one that they announced, because the next one they announced has to follow Disney. And even if it is Pokemon, they have to follow Pokemon, which follow Disney, and it's gonna be really hard. It's gonna be insane. So yeah, I digress. Yeah, you're right, Asaya. He wishes it was his idea. Now, where was I? Good to see you. Yep. J-Dog says, LOL, Gary V getting blown up by the fam on Twitter right now. Glad to see we're keeping it respectful with open arms. Yeah, of course. I love that. MLB's World Series of Poker winner. Heck yeah. Mr. A says, also, just been looking, Quid has all of these Disney characters NFTs, so technically they were first, just not good quality. And it depends on which one. Like, again, they might be the first NFTs as far as like stickers or as far as whatever, but these are like actual. And again, I know Quid had like Doctor Strange stuff in like 2019, but that was also, I don't think that was an NFT. They might have had it now. They might be NFTs now, but back in 2019 they were not NFTs. John Robert Yellen says, Ren, why are you wearing an apron? Are you baking a cake in the shape of Omi? I wear what I want. If the rock eyebrow, I can't do it. I used to be able to do it. I just, I bought it at DesignerCon, and I'm getting good use out of it, so that's what I'm doing. John says, at John, same reason why Dashy is wearing a scarf. Dashy is wearing an ascot scarf? I don't know. It's a little thing to keep Dashy's large yet delicate neck free from the cold. Keep it warm. Everyone listen to Lucas and smash that like button. Thank you, Lucas. I think you're one of the most recent Patreon members. Oh, you're close. Jordan Mears beat you, but you're actually one Patreon member. Shout out. I love him, and where he goes, I'll follow. I will follow him. Follow him wherever he may go. There isn't an ocean too deep, a mountain so high it can keep. All right, moving on. That was my Patreon member shout out. And I guess also check out Star Helix, Kyle Willson, and Veve Vault on YouTube. And at EQ_crypto, at Not Star Helix, and at Hey David Don on the Twitter. Let me know. I have more fridge space now. If you want to be on my fridge. If you want to be on my fridge, you got to pay me a Tropicana. So in other words, he lied everybody. Who lied everybody? Super Duper Hank, let me know what you're talking about. Who lied to who? Bill Skies, what's up with thumbnail Moneymaker? He's just in the space. He's in the space. John Robert Yellow says, Justin, because it gets chilly in space on the way to the moon. Preach, John Robert Yellen. Preach. And Asaya with another $5 hair super chat saying, Gary, now, listen, you guys, I passed on Uber in 2008. Never again. Gary in 2030. Listen, guys, I passed on Vivi in 2021. Never again. I think that when Akomi passed on Gary V, that's what I think happened. Gary V actually says, okay, they passed on me. Why? Like, he definitely went home that night and he took some substances and he's like, okay, why? Why did they pass up on me? And he realized because they don't need him. And it's like, company that doesn't need Gary V is not a company you want to underestimate. So I think that what happened was he's like, I gotta throw some money in it. I gotta throw as much money as I can. And he's like one of the whales that probably have like $1 billion OMI or something because he knows. Because he tells that story like all the time that it's almost like he gets off from it. Excuse my language. That he passed on Uber in 2008 and he's not going to let it happen again. Why? Because he wants to buy the New York Jets. And how's he going to do it? Investing in Vivi. In my opinion, that is the best. If I was his financial advisor, like, Gary, the fudge are you doing? Just invest in Tesla, invest in OMI, invest in Earth 2, invest in a bunch of these things. And again, if I was his financial advisor. It's not financial advice. Moving on. Where was I? Yep, Moneymaker, yep. Quid. Okay, where was I? Okay. Crystal Laurel says, could E2 use OMI like you thought in the beginning? I think eventually they might be one of the things that they will use in conjunction with their crypto. But right now, it's probably just going to be their crypto that they're going to use. They might be able to do that in the future, towards the end of the decade. I think they are going to work together at some point. Paint Life says, where is the link to Gary's video of the talk about Vivi? There's a couple. There's one with Dan Schawbell, so just YouTube Dan Schawbell. That was the first one, and then there was two on Twitter in like the last few hours. So yeah. Justin says, at John, mostly for the Van Allen radiation belts. Bill Scott says, Moneymaker story is pretty incredible. I think he plays a $200 something satellite tourney to the first World Series and took first. Dude, that's incredible. Oh my God, I didn't even know that. That's bananas. So let's see. We have another $5 hair super chat from Actuary 1776 saying, Gary V just co-founded a new NFT project called Recur. It's literally a carbon copy of Akomi's business model. Of course, he's coy when it comes to Vivi. Yes, he is. He is very coy. But also, I have said in the past that Recur, Quid, Terra Virtua, a bunch of other spaces will go and they'll do it. They'll take market share. Now, when I say they'll take market share, they will take market share in the space. Will they take market share away from Vivi? A little bit, yeah. I think that it's foolish to think that, let's say if the Akomi space, let's say it has 50% market share. I think it's foolish to think that they'll always have 50% market share. Because let's say they have 50% market share of, let's say, 2 million people in the space right now. Well, when 3 million people get in, and they suddenly have to grow that 500,000 people, I think. And again, maybe they could grow. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that slowly but surely, what would you rather have? 50% of 2 million people, or 35% of 100 million people? I would rather have 35% of 100 million people. That's what I would. So again, I do think it's foolish to think that we're gonna just completely dominate the space. Although we will, but it's not that everybody else is gonna have like this tiny march to the corner. They'll have 3, 4, 5%. I think Akomi is gonna be the biggest, but that is just my opinion. Let me get the rest of that. So yeah, Gary knows something good when he sees it. He saw that, and I think his his thing is, okay, well, I can't beat them, and they clearly turned me down, so I can't join them. I'm just going to invest in them and also create my own company to kind of ride their tailcoats. Coattails? Tailcoats? Coattails. Ride their coattails, and he'll make money because he'll take market share. It has Hello Kitty. I'm really curious to see what type of NFTs they're going to have on there, so that if it's Hello Kitty, like if they're going to be stickers, they're going to be trading cards, or there'll be actual 3D digital collectibles. I'd be very curious. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, so Bill Scott. I didn't know Chris Moneymaker's story was like that. I really have to look into that. Oh, and we got Asaya with a $2 super chat. Says, what happened in Wisconsin? I will read you a story. And the story that I will read you is what happened in Wisconsin. So there was a Greendale Walmart parking lot shooting and a manhunt. Greendale, Wisconsin. A man, 23 years old, was shot and wounded in a Walmart parking lot on South 76th Street in Greendale, Sunday, 21 November. The victim was taken to a hospital for treatment. Policemen are looking for the shooter. Anyone with information about this incident is encouraged to contact the Greendale Police Department at 414-423-2121. And then, moving on. How do I request? Oh, that's different. That's completely different. But yeah, that's what happened in Wisconsin. The only reason I know that is because I have a couple of good friendos in Wisconsin. What's up, Taps? How's it going, fam? I miss you, Rumi. I miss you so much. My bae. So yeah, that was. And normally I don't like bring that type of stuff in here, but super chat, I answer all super chats no matter how crazy they are. So that's what happened in Wisconsin. I'm praying that the person that got shot is okay, and they are. Oh, hello, Lucas Selak, my new $1 Patreon member. Thank you so much. I'm going to add you. I don't know if I have room. My body. I do have room underneath Jordan Mears. So I'm going to do. Y'all are going to see that right meow. What's today's date? Today's date is the 22nd. So it's Lukas, Lukaszz. Oh god. Okay. All right. We're all right. Here's what we're going to do. Lukaszz. I'm also going to go back to here talking about Chris Moneymaker. Okay, there's the apron thing. Okay. Anonymous says, look up Dan Schawbel on YouTube. Yes, I 100% agree. He is got really good interviews with a really amazing people. Like, he's got Gary Vee on a couple times. Paint Life says, I saw Dan's interview with Gary, but I want to view the Gary video of him talking good on Vivi. Go to my Twitter, link down below. Totally follow me, by the way, because I'm pretty fun to follow. And then the last thing that I retweeted that has Gary in it. That's what I totally look into that, and then you'll be able to find that. So it's Lucas with a Z, and then CIE Slack. SLAK. Anyone remember that thing? What's it called? In like Nickelodeon, FACE spells face. All right. Another $2 super chat. Asaya says, "You saw the guy who drove through the Xmas parade? Was that in like Syria or something? There was somebody who did see. I saw a video. It was your girl from Syria or girl from Syria. She reported on it. I think she's like an independent journalist. And also, by the way, news is mostly controlled by the vested interests. I would much rather follow independent journalists like Ruth Bukowski or Tim Pool or just follow those people, and that, you know, I would much rather follow them. But I digress. Yes, I did. Yeah, that guy tried to run over as many people as possible. That was horrible. Prayers for those people. Hope they catch those people, and I hope they, bad times. So what did I say? This was 22. It was 22 November. And so, Lucas, you are going to be in the next Patreon member shout-out in about 20 minutes. And then, Asaya says, that was in Wisconsin. You haven't seen the video. I have not seen the video. I only saw a buddy of mine that messaged me. Oh, the auto pedestrian collision. Okay, so authorities continue to investigate the area of West Main Street and North Barstow Street following a vehicle ramming at a Christmas parade. This is the one you were talking about. I'm so sorry. Roadways in the area are closed and expected to remain closed for approximately 24 hours. At least 23 people have been injured and multiple people have been... Oh, rip. Everyone type F in the chat to pay respect for that F. Earlier reports indicate... All right, I don't want to read all that, but yeah. So thank you. I guess Wisconsin's been having a very bad 24 hours. There was a vehicle ramming, and there was a Greendale Walmart shooting. Oh my God, guys, none of you moved to Wisconsin. If you're in Wisconsin, please get out. I need y'all safe. I need y'all to keep my viewership up. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, that sounds big oof. Big oof. I didn't even see that. That's how. Again, that's a buddy of mine. That's a friend of mine that I wasn't able to get back to. So yeah, okay. I'm gonna try to get back to comments now. You guys are great. Him and the movie Rounders brought a lot of people into poker. I never saw Rounders, but yeah, I like Chris Moneymaker, even though he kind of beat my favorite poker player, Sammy Farha. I love that man. Chris Jesus Ferguson was pretty cool too. I liked him. I think he was a World Series poker champion as well. Jill Spear says that looks like an MRE package. Oh, it is, lad. It is. It is. I've been eating. Danielle made me stuff before. I forget what it was. She made eggs and kale and cheese, but I've mostly because I'm trying to save a lot more money, so I can buy more OMI, so I can buy these NFTs when they inevitably dip during MTL, which again, I think they'll do a small dip. How much of a small dip? I don't know, but I'm also saving for in case they announce Pokemon before they have OMI to NFT and before OMI Moons, which I think is a pretty decent chance. I already announced Disney. I do not want to get caught with my pants around the ankles again. I want to go and I want to participate. I want to sweep the floor of whether it's Pokemon or whether it's Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings. Again, Harry Potter, Protego, Expelliarmus, Sectum Sempra, Expecto Patronum. I don't know. It's really weird if you do that with a Lucius Malfoy wand, but I digress. Moving on. Check out his Twitter. Does says the Easter egg on Elsa's shoe is apparently the carving tool used for carving the partner statue. Yeah. So I think that was Kyle Wilson that brought that up. Kyle Wilson. This is why he's on my fridge, because he's heckin' awesome, and because he paid me. Howard says, when the FUD increases, you can be sure it's about to moon. That's another thing I wanted to address. Everybody's talking about, so there's a couple of people that were on Twitter that says, hey, I'm selling my NFTs for OMI, and I made a video saying why they can't, because everyone's holding on to they're hodling for dear life, which is good. But then because a couple of people said, hey, I'm selling my stuff for OMI, everyone's like, oh my God, are the collectibles done for? Is this not a good investment? If the collectibles and Vivi app were about to have a huge crash and they were not a good investment, then OMI doesn't moon. That's just what happens. OMI would not moon if people were not buying these. In the great words of Warren Buffett, be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. People are really fearful right now. So, I'll be careful when I say this. If you don't care about your life, if you don't care that, I'm not saying do what I'm doing, but if you do what I'm doing and are about to go all in on the next big announcement, and then suddenly go into a bear market unforeseen, expect to not see growth for a long time if that happens. Again, I don't expect that to happen. That's why I'm doing it. But again, anything can. Also, that's the other thing. Like when I'm selling these Pokemon cards, I do not expect to get them back at the same price. When people are selling their NFTs right now, there's a decent chance that they will. There's a very good chance that they will not get them back for the same price. They're going to get higher mint numbers, and they're going to pay a lot more for them. I expect to do that with Pokemon, but again, I'm just relaying some information that I have learned over a very long career. Howard says, when the foot, Paint Life says, got it on Twitter. Jishu Da says, 1 cent Omi is a good buy. I would still buy it as long as I had money, I'd still buy. But if, I won't have money. Paint Life says, Omi millionaire. Bill Scott says, no regrets, but would you be more up if you kept your Tesla stock? I would not be more up. Because I sold Tesla stock when this was at like 0.002-ish, and now it's like 0.007, and Tesla stock hasn't doubled. It's been close. It was like it's like 600-ish at that time, and now it's like so it's close to doubled, but this has obviously moved a lot more. And says, will we be able to share food/taste things in the metaverse? I don't know. I mean, the haptic glove feedback is really interesting. If you haven't seen that, it's like you wear a glove and like say you have something on and oh, hey, here's a block. Wow, I feel the block. Like you feel it. So that haptic feedback is insane. That being said, how long until we get to X-rated stuff? Probably not too much longer. But yeah, that's just imagine being in like a lightsaber battle. You know, that lightsaber, and then you have that haptic feedback of hitting another lightsaber, hitting another laser sword, and then oh god, you feel it because you just got Darth Maul, you know, and he turns around, you're Qui-Gon Jinn, it's like oh god, I got Qui-Gon Jinn. It's very possible. Hondu Crypto says, "What's Wolfgang?" He's just a developer for Earth 2 who's taking a leave of absence. Yep, Bill Ska explained it. Honda says, "Excuse my ignorance. It's okay. It's all right." Scott's Earth 2 just how to get Wolfgang Gartner. Nicolo Ricucci says, "Hi from Australia. Why, hello, my Aussie friend. How you doing, fam? I served with a lot of your countrymen back in Kuwait. We had a very good time. They were just chill, man. They were just Australians are chill, Norwegians are chill. Israeli Defense Force guys are a little more serious, but mostly pretty chill." Vladimir Colomba with that $5 super chat saying, "Randy, Gary Vee just made another video saying he's rooting for Vivi. Kyle Wilson Cavell just released." Yeah, good times. There's two videos made by Gary Vee on Twitter like the past few hours. Good times. Justin says, "Does V's opinion really matter?" A little bit. You know, I mean, if he, I don't know. I mean, he'll bring attention to the space. He'll bring attention to Vivi, in which other people might not have gone. He's bringing more people to Vivi that probably would have found Vivi anyway, but he's just bringing to them sooner. And this part of the title why I think we're going to skyrocket, because people like Gary Vee. Again, let me go to this video. Let me go to this video real quick and see. Oh, that's Facebook. Don't want Facebook. I'm going to go on the Twitter and let you guys know exactly how many people have seen that video in the last 4 hours. I'm sorry, less than 3 hours. It has been seen by almost 64,000 people within 4 hours. So, yeah. Moving on, we got a Tylo with a $1.99 super chat saying, "How much do you think you need to get into Pokemon? Do you mean the cards, or do you mean for the cards, I started last year with about $30,000. And I grew that a lot. I started with 30,000, and I went and I literally sold one card. It was worth slightly under 300,000. I mean, it was worth a lot more, but I had to sell it, and I needed to sell it at a discount. Now that card is worth well over 400. So you can play your cards right. You get good deals. You get 10x your money in a year. But again, it's a lot of work. Like Omi, I don't have to do anything with Omi. I just buy it, and the whole team, they're the ones that are working to make my investment better, giving interoperability, trying to have third-party app users use it. But for Vivi, okay. So thank you for clarifying. But yeah, so Pokemon it's hard work, but again, in this scenario, that let's say next year Vivi is let's say Omi is 8 cents, right? And we have Omi to NFT. So let's say in February of next year, Omi's 8 cents, even though I think that it won't be 8 to 10 cents until March, just because I don't think we're getting on exchanges until January, in which case it'll be 2 cents. And I did another video on this. The immutable X update and price prediction. I think it'll be 3 to 5 cents by February, and then 8 to 10 cents by March. But let's say next year, it is at 8 cents early in Q1 of next year, and then we have Omi to NFT, and then we have Pokemon, and that's when they announce it. That's when they release it. I will go on, and I will use 1% of my net worth, and I'll put that into Pokemon, which is about 80,000. Anywhere if it's at 8 cents, we're at between $80,000 and $90,000 would be 1% of my net worth. So that's how much I'm going to put in. Now you're saying, well, okay, I only have like $10,000. 1% of my net worth is $100. if it's different for each person. Right now, I am not buying. The only thing that I would buy right now is if on Vivi, and this is not, hold on, I did just sell some. All right, so Lucas, I just got you. You're on there. Bitcoin's down. Letting you know that I have right now about 7,000 gems on the Vivi app. I would clear all of that for Pokemon. Like, not even close. Like, my Bubbles is up for sale. My Him is up for sale. This is the worst time to sell because the market's down right now. I do not want to sell. I am forfeiting future gains, Bubbles and Him, that there's so few mints, and there's a lot, I mean a lot, of Powerpuff Girls fans. Like, they've had 3 different iterations. They had the old school, which was the best one in my opinion. I know I sound like a boomer when I say that, but they have the old school one from the 90s or the 2000s. Then they have like the new one, which from Donnie's from, which I didn't really get, I didn't really understand. And then they have like the new live action one that's coming out, which is probably going to be trash, but again, it just keeps getting reintroduced to new generations, and it's really, the old one was really fun. It was really good. I'm selling those knowing that they will probably 10x at some point by next year. And this is not for the money. This is not a financial decision. This is I love Pokemon more than Adventure Time, more than Powerpuff Girls, more than these Comic-Con exclusive arts that I have. So I am giving up future gains to get on the chance that they announce Pokemon in the next couple months before we have Omi to NFT and before we moon. So again, this is not a financial decision. This is a heart, this is a nostalgic, this is a love of Pokemon decision that I'm making. So I would clear out these gems right now for Pokemon, and I would spend up to about 1%, which again, if we're at 5 cents when they announce Pokemon, okay, I'll spend $50,000. Yeah, I'll do that. Because I will. Moving on. Where was I? Yeah. Gary's influential. He is. But Vivi will be okay without his approval. I also agree. Wendy Stibalis says, Randy, what's up, Wendy? How you doing? BMattX says, video about nothing. What's the video about nothing? Which one are you referring to? John Robert Yellen says, at Justin, not to me, but it could sell a lot of Omi to people who follow him. That's a good point. Vladimir says, sorry. Oh, not that video. There's another one. Oh, the other video that I did. I addressed that in the first like 10 minutes but I addressed that in the first 10 minutes of the live stream. Yeah. DVD Run 3N says, hey, nice person, Diamond. Been a while since I've seen a Randy stream. Apron Gem, thank you. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. It's good to see everyone here. Asaya with that $2 super chat says, Gary knows about you. He's afraid. Wendy says, I want to cry with this. Thank you for being such an inspiration. Dude, Wendy, I love you, man. Hugs for Wendy. Crazy Man 420 says, good day to all. No need to panic. All is going to be fine in the metaverse. You just got to have a little patience. So that's the other thing that I really wanted to go over that I wasn't able to because I was pretty busy today. Crypto Rain just put out a new video, and at around the 32-minute mark, he's about to talk about Omi. I didn't get a chance to listen to that yet, but he says that is the metaverse that he is most excited about, and that's pretty much it. So I'm very, very excited to see what we have there. I'm also going to see, I tweeted Andre Jick. I'm going to see if he got back to me. He did not get back to me. So I'm going to say that he just does not understand me yet. Very good. Ray Grenade says, in my opinion, if you have $100,000 to invest, I would do 4 investments or less. Depends on your goal, I guess. I only invest in companies I really know intimately, which is why I've never invested in more than like 4 companies at a time. I don't understand it when people are putting, let's say you have $100,000 and you put $5,000 in here, in there, in 20 different companies. And I get it, let's say 10 of them will probably, 10 of them probably will lose money, 5 of them will be a wash, 3 of them will make a little bit of money, and 2 of them will really skyrocket. They'll take care of the rest of them. I get it, but how do you know those? Like, why would you swing at something you don't? Oh my God, I just don't understand that. Why would you not just put all your money into projects you know are going to succeed? And I get it. Hindsight 2020, nobody has a crystal ball, but maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just I just see stuff. I don't know. I just can't do that. I just can't. It's just not me. Moving on. Only Player One says, "Man, I know about going back to square one. Done it 4 times in the last year, but this will be my breakthrough with Omi and Vivi. I believe so as well." A moment of silence brought to you by hydration. Joe says, "Should I keep my Omi on Trust Wallet or move to the Vivi app?" I mean, it's fine in both, I think. Probably fine at both. I keep mine on a few different Trust Wallets right now. Asaya says, "If Omi hit $2 next year and converted and staked 200 million in USDT, you would have 2 million every month." Oh, that's what you meant. You meant that if you can convert it and stake 200 million in USDT, you'd have 2 million. Yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point. I mean, I guess that would happen even if it hits $1 next year. You could do the same thing. Convert it to USDT and stake it and get $1 million. Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. Crane says, "Yeah, if Omi went $2 next year." And David Kali, thank you so much for that super chat. That means the world. Jill Spears, how's it going? Says, "I'm glad they're talking utility with Omi. It was feeling like they had forgotten the coin." Yeah, I understand. I understand 100% with the Immutable X thing. Again, hoping it's done pretty soon. So I'm going to go and take a look at. Oh God, sorry. I just got a bunch of messages. Taking a look at, what were you saying? I was trying to take a look at the Omi utility article, seeing I was waiting, hoping they would announce it while I'm live here, because they said early next week, but I guess early next week doesn't necessarily mean Monday. It could mean probably tomorrow, because again, David Yu is going to speak in the next hour and a half, and I'll get off before he goes on. So they'll probably do the Omi utility article tomorrow, maybe at some point after the drop. I told y'all. Hawkeye. Told y'all. Didn't I tell y'all? I told y'all. Hawkeye comic tomorrow. Because we have the Hawkeye series appearing on Wednesday. Only Player One says, "True inspiration, brother. Helping me keep my conviction." Get that bread. Besides $2 super chat says, "Gary wishes Vivi was his idea." He probably did. But even if it was his idea, I don't think he could do what the Akomi team did. I don't think he could. That's not something easily replicated. That's not something that I don't think anyone with the money in the world. And again, he's got, a couple $100 million, but he's not Al Khan. He's not, oh God, he's not the team. He's never had these type of licenses before. Have as much money and influence as you want. If you've never worked in that field, it's just not going to happen. So, yeah, he's, everyone, this is the dream team. This is the dream team in '92. This is, that's the Comey team. I don't think I can beat it. I don't think that you could. I don't think you could. And with the unofficial advisor, Uncle Jeremy Pador, you can't. You just can't beat it. They've got every single base covered. It's impossible to beat them. Cryptoverse says, "What's up, Randy? How's it going?" It's going all right. It's going all right. I'm just chilling, relaxing, waiting to go to the gym. I'll do that in a little while. Omar Kasaje says, "LOL, I got some stuff from Quid a while back and saw this from Earth 2 Mastery." Yeah, dude, I love Earth 2 Mastery. I miss that man. Asai at $5 super chat saying, "Gary now. Listen, you guys, I passed on Uber in 2008. Never again. Gary in 2030. Listen, guys, I passed on Vivi in 2021. Never again." Again, I don't think he made that mistake. I think what he did was he happened to go and went to charge $1 million. They said, "Nah, we don't need it." And Gary's like, "Why didn't they need it?" And he goes and he invests in them anyway. And then how does he make more money? He creates a competitor company, even though they're not really competitors. He wins either way, or both ways. He's double dipping that win. Belut says, "Randy putting puzzle pieces together. I love it." Thank you. Justin says, until Gary V reveals his Omi bag or Vivi collection, it's all noise." That's true. Again, Gary's not stupid. He knows who's going to be the winner here. Unless somehow we're smarter than Gary V, which I don't think think so. I mean, well, he definitely works hard, and he says he's wrong a lot. But he's made a bunch of different plays, and his wins far outweigh his losses. But yeah, no, I think he knows. I'm sure he knows. All right. 1 hour Patreon member shout out. You see it on TV or in a magazine. Celebrities who want sympathy. All they do is bitch and moan inside the Rolling Stones, talking about how hard life can be. I'd like to see them spend a week living life out on the streets. I don't think they could survive. I think it's been a day or two. All right, moving on. That was good, Charlotte. I love them so much. That's Reels Actuary 1776. Thank you for that $5 super chat saying Gary V just co-founded a new NFT project called Recur. It's literally a carbon copy of Akomi's business model. Of course, he's coy when it comes to Vivi. That makes sense as well, yes. Pavle Stanamarovich says, Chris, long time no see, bro. Wow. Right, Grenade says, Recur will only make my Vivi NFTs more valuable. That's a good point. I think that's a good point that nobody's really talking about. How do you, if you're alone in the space, you know, you're the winner because there's no one to compare it to. Where there's a bunch of other people in the space as well, and then those bunch of other people have either no product or their product is subpar, or even if it's good but not comparable, it's like, that just gives more credibility to your project, in my opinion. B-Lit says he can't reveal his bag, but I bet he's got one. I bet he's got one too. We have first appearance everything. That's very true. Hondo Crypto says, have you heard of NFT project called Merall Dollar Paint? I have not. Be curious about it though. Frank Sabaka says, just sold Fantastic Four number 5 ultra rare for $340 and bought Storm ultra rare for $380. There you go. She's the only one I need left for my collection for Storm. I have the rest of her common, uncommon, rare, secret rare, but no ultra rare yet. Justin Bullseye Linux says, Gary founded Recur so Vivi Omi price would stay lower for longer time because he wants the bigger bag of Omi. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be something. Ow. Mark Holt says, I don't buy that Gary has not done his research on Vivi. Gary is a very smart guy, and he knows exactly what Vivi's all about. He is down playing Vivi a lot. He very well might. He very well might. Aside $2 super chat says, what happened in Wisconsin? I read that before. Bananas. 2 things, apparently. It's nuts. B-Lit says, Gary's copying the business model and is going to try to out-execute. He can try... again, even if he does out-execute, what's he going to out-execute with? Like the 3 to 12 things that he might get? Like, you can't compete with the IP. You just can't. You can't. Vivi could... I mean... Disney could come out with like a subpar game, and somebody else could come out with an amazing game, and more people are going to play Disney. It's not fair, but it's what happens. Justin says Wisconsin is a is it? I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I'd love to see an article or a video that kind of proves that. I'll totally cover that if you can get that to me. Taps Trace, what up? Oh, Taps, I miss you. How far behind am I on this? 3:35. Oh wow, like 30 minutes behind. Taps, bro, I love you. You're just Taps is my homie. He's my home dog. Craig says Sabretooth Comic Thursday. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Gain Zane says Gary's facial expression told it all. He probably. Bless me. He probably scared that Vivi will take his customers. Maybe. And I says, what up with USA and shootings? Saw bullet protection backpack. Sounds like a war state. It really depends on where you are. I don't know if much of that has happened since the Rona. But it is a... What do you call it? I mean, I got lucky. I never had anything that happened as far as pew-pews in my high school. Granted, there was stuff on the outskirts of town. Anyway. And then one time with a Taco Bell drive-through. I was not in the drive-through. I was in the Taco Bell, and it just bringing flashbacks here. So I was $2 super saying, you saw the guy who drove through the Xmas parade. I did. What the fudge, man? People are crazy. People are nuts. Does all the killers are from Wisconsin? Ed Gein, Jeffrey Dahmer, every property killer. Really? Oh, that is interesting. I do love serial killer documentaries. So what about, who's the clown one? John Wayne Gacy. Was he from Wisconsin? I know Ferdinand Wolfgang's gone. He'll probably be back though. David Rose's mom says, no, that was in Wisconsin. Yeah, apparently it was. What's up, David Rose's mom? How you doing, fam? Cutie Raid says, shall I keep my Walt or keep it listed for 14.8k? Not really in need of gems at the moment. If you're not really in need of gems, take it off. Because then I would be like, the only reason why I would keep it on is just so that if somebody buys it, well, I could buy another Walt for cheaper. But it would really suck if you go to bed with it still on, and then you wake up, it was sold, and now Walt's are like 20k. Not saying that'll happen, but I'm sure that's happened. I'm sure that's happened in the past. Sorry, I went to grab my phone, and my thumb was on almost got like a cardboard cut. Not even a paper cut, a cardboard cut. That is how horrible that last 30 seconds was. Moving on. Asaya says that was in Wisconsin. You haven't seen the video. I guess I did. I just didn't know it was Wisconsin. But thank you for that $2 super chat. Robert Desmond Warner says it happened in the USA. Yep. J-Man says, Randy, what's up? Cutie Ray says, in NL, there are lots of rebellions now because of new Rona rules. Lots of trash in this country, and police should really start learning how to handle those people with force. I mean, police really do not want to handle things with force in the US now because they're going to go to jail and they're going to lose their jobs. And it's just, you could not pay me enough to be a police officer. $200,000 a year, nope. Nope, not doing it. One, it's dangerous. I don't want to die. And two, it's like, God, I don't want to be, no, not doing it. David Rose's mom says, they caught the guy, but he doesn't fit the type the media likes to demonize, so you probably won't hear much about him. So he wasn't brown. He wasn't a minority. Or actually, no. Does the media like to... So he was either... Oh, I don't know. I feel like media's been demonizing white people, too. Like, because they're not woke enough. Like, I feel like... I can't believe there was a thing that could get you, like, canceled on Twitter saying, like, it's okay to be white. Like, oh my God. Like, how heckin' crazy woke are some people? Like, I digress. I don't want this to get too political. Probably Sound America. What's going on? These Bill says, but Thompson's there. Wait, but Thompson's in Wisconsin? Is he okay? They don't talk to him? I love him. Probably Sound America says, hello, Dashi. Frank says, ha ha ha, Farha, that was one of my faves. John R. Yellen says, I need you to keep my viewership up. Very good. I can't believe I said that. I don't know how many people I unsubscribed from me for that. I'm sorry. Pablo says, Butt is a legend. Nice, Mr. Thompson. I wish you a lot of luck tomorrow. Dude, I love Butt. Butt's amazing. And CloudCheck says, hello, Randy. What's up, Cloud? This is Butt is an OG. What's up, Plutonium? How's it going, fam? Joe says, brother, you're such a crazy guy. I love it, man. Never change. Well, thank you. I am trying my very best. No one ever was. Pablo, what's up, Matchy? Pablo says, oh my God, that is right. But Thompson is in Wisconsin. I don't want to reach out to him. Is he good? Super Hank says, hey, Randy, what do you think David will talk about today? I don't know. I think he'll be... Let's see what we got here. Let's see, we go on the Twitter. He did post something, so let's look at the David U. Not David U's hair, David U. Open for business in about an hour. Oh God, hiccups. I don't know. It doesn't really say. It's Real Talk office hours. I'm excited for it, though. I'm here for it. I'm 100% here for it. Jill Spears says, Team Slytherin, yay! I am a Slytherin. So I took 2 quizzes. One was Pottermore. I forget what the other one was. One said I was a Ravenclaw. One said I was a Slytherin. Maybe I'm both. I don't know. Tylo says, how much do you think you need for a big Pokemon announcement? As much as, like, what did Theoden say when Aragorn says, how long do you need? And Theoden's like, as long as you can give me. Like, as much as you can afford to lose. That's what I'm doing. Right now, anyway. Andrew Woder says, what's up with Earth 2? I bought in. Is it a bust? No. I consistently put money into that each week. No way is that a bust. Pablo says, speaking of poker, we won back in 2012. Best time ever. Moneymaker story is inspirational and must watch. Yeah, I probably should. Arion says, do you think the Mighty Marvel set gonna moon with Master Collector program due to the biggest set of Marvel? I think it probably already would have. I am missing the 2 ultra rares from that Eternal set. But I have the rest of the Marvel Mighties. I love those. Taps Trade says, if you plan on being Ash when Pokemon comes in, then I'll be Gary. Actually, I have I changed my voice for it as well. Let me go and do a thing here. Actually, let me go and completely X out of my YouTube. Because last year, or no, 2019, I'm sorry. It was in September or August of 2019. Where was I? I was Gary Oak for a little bit. I am going to find it.
Gary Oak.
Okay.
So we got Gary Oak, Savannah Jr., and Eevee, my Pokemon. So we got Gary Oak.
Yeah. So I was Gary, and my friend Erica was Eevee. She was my Pokemon. So yeah, I was Gary. If you Taps want to be Ash, you're quite tall. You could honestly, who could Taps cosplay in the Pokemon universe? Maybe Terry. Terry was the one that, like always used to draw, but Taps does have long hair. Maybe, Lieutenant Surge if he gets really jacked and tan, because Lieutenant Surge is really tall. Maybe it could be James. No. I feel like I could be Brock though. Like, I feel like I could be Brock. Cryptoverse says, I'm gonna be Brock. God, Jackson, please don't split my torso in half with a lightsaber in haptic. Kodo says, hitting on all the babes. This is Taps, he should be Charizard. Taps with the flames. Tylo says, how much do you think you need to get into Pokemon on Vivi? Just as much as you can afford to lose, in my opinion. That is what I would. Who be calling me? Who called me? Oh, I missed a call from on stream. You okay? Let's see if she's okay. Cryptoverse says, what? Guala Guala says, everyone misunderstood Gary V. He basically say that because Vivi NFTs aren't decentralized, the mass adoption will not consider it real NFTs, but just digital collectibles. Vivi should change that. Vivi will definitely change that. Yes. Okay. Chat later. All right, moving on. Tyler says, but for Vivi though, yeah. For Vivi, as much as you want to put into it. Codeverse says it will even the migration. It will, when the migration is complete. John says it will be decentralized after Immutable X. It's true. Atkins and Vero says, yo. That was just one Fuzzy Lumpkins. I don't know. Maybe on Saturday. Who knows? Mark Dolevsky says, so you really think Pokemon is coming? I don't know when, but pretty sure. Yeah, at some point. Internet Hoke says, live action Powerpuff Girls, are their hands going to be like big thumbs? I think they're just going to have normal hands. Logic says, if you feel like the app needs a different layout for Pokemon, if they add Pokemon, the app and the market are going to feel like a mess. Might be different. I don't know, because I originally thought that the app would be... Because back up until like a week or two ago... Come on, you can do it. You had up here a drop down, digital collectibles, and then it was, you drop down and it was digital comics. I thought it'd be digital cards, digital whatever, but it's not. The drops, there's nothing really new. Nothing really new that we've seen. There's no way Pokemon isn't coming to Vivi. I think so as well. Cyber says, what did I miss? I don't know. I'm still like 20 minutes behind. D-Mag says, by video about nothing, I meant Gary V's most recent one. He just said not to follow him. Like, he just said he can afford to lose all of his NFTs if they go to zero, whereas some other people cannot. David Rose's mom says, I'm a fan of decentralization myself, but I don't think that's a key for mass adoption. Most people don't want the hassle. Liability associated with self-custody is true. Lucady Ducady says, I'm excited about the Pixion game thing. First I heard about it. Anything that Omi touches will turn to gold. I agree 100%. Getsy says, what's up, Randy? Jay Donnie says, where David speaking? It's on his Twitter. It's going to be on YouTube in like 45 minutes, so I'm going to get out of here when that happens. Pilot says, Randy, I get you, and I love you, bro. Love you too, fam. Internet Hoka says, you did say that. Nice. Real dope to see the line up with the in real life more stuff and more starting to feel like it's a part of the experience for the communities of the IPs as the drops go on. Agreed. Aerospace Jake says we're smarter than Gary V. I mean, collectively we probably are. Sobaka says the masses don't care about decentralization of NFTs. It'd be great to have, and I hope we get it, but only niche crypto people care about it so far. It's true. Also, not that it's fair because Gary didn't grow up in this time, but there's a few of us that have achieved more than Gary V did at his age. He didn't leave his father's wine shop until like 33, 34. He was still there at 30. So some of us have achieved more than he has at his age. Can we keep that up? I don't know. We shall see. James White says, wow, surprised Gary V came on and said that. Good guy. Yeah, it was nice of him. David Rosmas, I think Gary's involvement in Recur is being overstated here. It's just one of his many investments. It's also true. David says Gary probably has the whole Kripken set. I bet probably. He likes it. I think that's something that he would like. I don't know that he likes it. Terry Jones says, you think Vivi app rating only 3.3 will affect the view of the public? Did they say they were going to fix lag glitch issues in the future? Well, they're obviously working on everything, but if you go on to the Play Store and you look at Bit4X, Bit4X has 1.8 stars. Has that stopped any of us? No. Ugh. Hate when I go to do something and then I accidentally... what want to happen? Oh my god. Sorry. And I accidentally hit a notification. Gacy was from Chicago. Oh, very interesting. Lonex says, it's sad that everything is political right now. Yeah, I know. I don't like it. Chicago's real close to the Wisconsin border. Oh. Maybe John Wayne Gacy was like conceived in Wisconsin, but he was like, given birth to in Chicago or something like that. I don't know. Arya says, when DBZ? If they were animated, that'd be amazing. I don't know when DBZ. Pablo says, Wendy just asked who runs the world. Girls! Kinzenvira says, think about it. Nexo and Flair. Raver Mafia says, send some Florida vibes to Yabroski. Oh, thank you, brother. I need those Florida vibes. Pablo says, more Florida vibes on top of it. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Well, guys, that's about it for me. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I'm going to go and try to go to the gym, and I'll try to listen to David Hughes' thing later. I'm also going to listen to Crypto Rain's thing. I need to charge everything. Thank you all for the super chats. Those mean so much. Everyone, check out Star Helix, Kyle Willson, and Veve Vault on YouTube, and at not Star Helix, at Hey David Don, and at EQ_crypto on the Twitter. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. We love you. Love the black nail polish. Why, thank you. Cheers for the live stream. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, meow, meow. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. Oh, God.